we're not completely through with the budget process here in terms of what else may be there. We do know that there are discretionary dollars we spend money to turn. The total budget for the general fund in Harris County is roughly $2.8 billion. What I consider discretionary spending is over $500 million. We've not even begun to vet the $500 million and whether or not we could find dollars there to support programs like this or other programs. So I don't even think we have enough data to think. We need to go to the voters because we hadn't fully vetted all of the spending we're currently doing and what the cuts that could be made, should be made in some of those areas. So I'll not be supporting the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. And to clarify, this expands the program. That's why it's 60 million. We have not been able to have any of the school districts, et cetera, pick this up. And counties indeed work on this, even Republican-led counties that went for President Trump. We have, for example, Escambia County here, it's Florida, Platte County, Missouri, of course, Travis County, Texas, but we already know this is popular. Commissioner Ellis, Commissioner Garcia, and then Commissioner Briones. And what I'm going to do is bring the kids here and ask each member yes or no. Yes, Commissioner Garcia.
Point of order. We are proceeding with the debate improperly because there's been a motion made, no second, and we're in discussion. So
I didn't make a motion. I just read what it's going to be.
no, you said
No, I didn't say, no, I didn't.
Yes, you
Okay,
did.
well, I take it back. Yeah.
Judge,
All right,
yeah.
thank you, Commissioner.
my education's important.
Yeah, and yes, thank you. Okay, Commissioner Ramsey, did you have something else to add? Commissioner Briones.
So yes, thank you, especially to all the kids who took the time to come and all the educators.
Kids, come on down. Let's see if she says yes or no. Come on down over here. Come on, come on, because this is not about politics.
Judge,
this is about kids.
Judge.
Come on down.
Judge,
Excuse me, Judge Hidalgo.
Judge,
Part of
Commissioner-
education is respect.
Judge,
Excuse me, point of
Yeah.
order with
Yeah.
regard to decorum.
yes, state your point of order, Commissioner.
That
Thanks,
this is
Jay.
in breach of the decorum rules, and I have the floor to speak, and I deserve to be able to speak without being interrupted, as we have been patiently listening to everybody as well.
Judge, we've been very lax on this. Certainly this meeting because of the children, but we're not supposed to have public demonstrations and excess noise, obviously from
Right.
from
Yeah,
the
I
audience.
normally
So
do that.
I
They've
just
stopped,
want to
so.
remind everyone. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So yes, thank you. As a mom of 3 little kids, as a former teacher, and as the daughter of retired teachers of 50 years, education is of paramount importance, period. Teaching our kids is of paramount importance, period. And this proposal came 2 weeks ago. The ARPA investment was always a one-time pilot for the contract slot proposal. So this proposal is 2 weeks old. When we look down the road in Travis County, they spent 2 years working with subject matter experts.
We spent 4 years.
Excuse me, Judge, please be respectful, at least to model
Education
the
is
behavior.
truth-telling. Don't give the kids this example of making things up. This has been going on for 4 years.
Excuse me.
4
Our
years.
children are here,
Judge.
so you should please try to be respectful and focus on the work.
By saying the truth.
Line is this half-baked proposal
4
did
years.
not have robust stakeholder engagement. It does not have a detailed program, does not have a detailed budget.
4
and
years
it does
designed
not
with your
have
office.
the program evaluation. The projects we're doing, which again was a one-time ARPA investment through 2026, and everything has been crystal clear on that. The evaluation done by a third party will be available next year in 2026. Is that correct, Director?
80-page evaluation.
That's correct.
Doctor,
There is an annual-
Is this an evaluation, yes or no?
Point of order.
Judge,
not the final
Commissioner Briones has the
Right,
floor.
it's the first 2 years.
Judge.
We have to wait 20 years to know if these kids
Point of
graduate
order.
college.
Judge,
Point of order.
Commissioner Garcia, state your point of order.
Point of order, Commissioner Briones has the floor.
Judge,
Be a good example for the children.
yes, Commissioner Briones.
Is this
We
how
are
we're going to conduct court from now on? Because if this is how we're going to do it, we will do this again and we'll reference this case. This is how we're going to do court.
Okay.
This is totally against what we should be doing according to decorum. And I can't believe you're sitting there.
So if I may continue, please, without any interruptions. Again, this is about the process, not the policy. Childhood education, early childhood education, and education at all levels is of paramount importance. But this proposal came 2 weeks ago.
False.
We have been working with the Gulf Coast Workforce Board. This region gets 328 million, and most of it is invested in Harris County. The Gulf Coast Workforce Board is on first for early childhood education.
We're working with them.
Excuse me. We need to maximize. So these are federal dollars sent to the state, sent to the workforce board.
Not
They
enough
need to
money.
be optimized and scaled, and they are on first to set up a new program without a detailed
We worked with
plan,
them to design
budget.
this.
Excuse me, please.
Falsehoods are not appropriate in front of children.
You should tell yourself that. In sum, education is non-negotiable, and there are federal, state resources that as a region need to be maximized. So
Not enough.
just the way the 2-year Travis County efforts were incredibly
We've worked
robust.
for 4 years. They did not have proof of
Stakeholder
concept. We've
engagement.
been running the programs for 4 years.
Can
They
we
have not even
please
started
stay
running them.
focused?
Judge, please,
We-
Commissioner, I apologize. Our rules don't generally apply to the 5 of you right now. But I do think it's very hard, both from the public's perspective and on the minutes.
Because
we need to have one
there's so
person
many
speaking at a
falsehoods
time.
and kids are here listening.
Yeah, we've listened
Our
to your
program ran for
falsehoods for
4
the last
years.
hour.
Travis County
Your
did not have their
description of the
program
last
run.
hour has been full
Commissioner-
of inaccuracies.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Commissioner,
Ma'am.
Judge, one person at a time, and so Commissioner Briones has the
Thank
floor
you. If
right
I may
now.
finish my comments. In sum, the people deserve, if they're going to vote on something, it needs to be clear, detailed, transparent. What was a pilot project is not the same as instituting a permanent program. And if we're going to do something, we must do it right with deep stakeholder engagement.
We did that.
That's 2 years or plus, not 2 weeks.
4
So
years.
for those reasons, I will not be supporting this initiative, and I want to lean further on the federal and state government and the workforce board that they are well positioned to be scaling and maximizing these critical services. And as a county, we need to double down and maximize what we are legally required to deliver to you, which is public safety, public infrastructure, and public health. So this could be a both and, but we don't even have the independent evaluation on the pilot. That will come next year. So as someone who's committed to data-driven policy making, I would be happy to revisit this after deep, thoughtful, data-driven efforts that are robust. And so for that reason, I will not be supporting it.
This
Thank
is
you.
the 80-page evaluation. Commissioner Ellis, I know you mentioned something this morning. I want to see if you wanted to bring it up.
I call for the question.
Judge, question's been called.
Yeah, there is
motion?
no
I call for the
question.
question.
I didn't make a motion, but I do want to say, Commissioner Ellis, did you have
I
something to
call
add?
for the question.
There is no question.
Yes, there is.
I
you wanna make
second
a
it. I
question?
second the call for question.
Judge, if there's there's a motion on the floor, the question's been called, so it needs a motion, and then if you have to see if there's a second, and then you have to take a vote.
Okay, so kids, let me
Order.
ask Commissioner Briones, is she yes or no?
In a second.
Is she
Motion
yes or
been-
no? Are you
Second.
yes or no, Commissioner Briones? Here's the 80-page evaluation. Our program has been running successfully for 4 years. Travis
order,
County didn't
Jay.
even
Judge.
run a program.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt you. A question has been called. You made a motion. We have to call for a second for that motion,
Said I took it back.
and then a vote has to be taken.
Okay, well, I'm just going to say I'm so disappointed, obviously. On behalf of the thousands of families in Harris County whose babies 0 to 4 will stop receiving crucial education, and to think those families and their children will lose access to childcare and education because of political decision-making and a refusal to trust the voters to decide this important issue, there's absolutely no reason why we can't simply ask the voters what they would like to see. The program has been evaluated. The offices have been working on this for 4 years. I've been talking about a bond election since 2019. Unlike Travis County, we actually ran the program before putting it to the voters. We have been working with the Texas
Okay,
Workforce,
when a motion has
Houston
been
ISD,
made and it's been
and others.
seconded, and we have someone not
Okay.
recognizing the rules.
Let's
how do we
just move on
proceed
to
with
the next item. That's all I have to say. And
Judge-
if you want to vote
Judge-
no in front of the kids, that's
Well,
for
Judge,
you. Yeah.
a motion has been made. You have to call for a second. A question's been called on this. If there's no
They-
second, then we can move on.
I didn't make a motion.
Ramsey seconded.
Okay.
What's the motion?
I heard you make the motion.
No, I said
no
I
second.
didn't make a motion.
Okay, so are you pulling the motion back? There's no motion?
I did not make the motion. I'm asking if my colleagues are yes or no for just asking the voters. Commissioner,
Point of
I'm
order,
yes.
Ju-
Commissioner Briones
okay.
is no. Commissioner Ramsey is
Judge-
no. Commissioner Garcia is no.
Ju-
Commissioner
okay,
Ellis is
sure.
no.
Judge,
It's
based on-
11:51. I'd like to call a 10-minute break. Thank you.